Right, hello. This is part 3 of the computer widget. For part 3, I believe I said I wanted to fix the bug to do with the computer not closing properly under like certain situations, and also creating a logout button, logout functionality for that quit button here. Um, this one. So let's get on with it. Let's just test it. Silly me. Silly me. Computer widget. Right. So, logs out fine. Then when we do sausages, now we do quit. Quit doesn't work, and this doesn't work. And I thought about it last night, and I believe what is happening is it's creating more than one computer widget, but it shouldn't be because the computer widget is only created on login success, and login success is only triggered after you've successfully logged in on the login widget. So this should only be created once, but it's not being created once, and this is making me think it's duplicating it for some reason. It's making it think it's an Unreal thing. So done it before when I tried to catch all the blueprints of a type. I believe we can do it with widgets because it just works on classes for all, not input devices, or all classes, computer, no. Is it all widgets? Get all widgets of class. There we go. There is one, but it's separate. Computer widgets, so not the logon. And I think what's happening is that when we click X, because we can interact with it, we're only working with the first one or the top level. So only the widgets that are direct children of the viewport will be returned. So I think that's creating in the viewport, and then there's another one that's getting created that we actually interact with. And I believe we'll be able to find this out by me keeping that ticked. If it fails, then we'll untick it, and I believe that will fix it. So we want for every single computer widget, for every single instance of the computer widget, close them, remove them, remove them, remove them. So this might not work yet. Right, that's fine because that's the computer log on widget. It is a different thing. Sausages. No, wrong thing. There we go. Close. No. Does it work a second time? No. See, still doesn't work. I bet if we untick that and it's all widgets, all computer widgets, freaking everywhere, not just in this like little bubble, which is I guess you define as the second one it's making. Close. There we go. But now we're locked in place. But that's fine because we need to do after we've completed and we've got rid of all the widgets, we then want to set the ability, well, remove the focus. We're removing the focus, so going back to normal game functionality. I will admit that this is a workaround that really should have been able to store it, but for whatever reason, when I remove that variable stored for that widget, it is not doing it, which is interesting. It must be to do with having loading this blueprint, and this blueprint loads a widget which then comes back to the widget then feeds back to this blueprint to load up another widget. It must be some sort of multi-widget bug. So we've fixed that stop now. When it's removed from screen, removed from the viewport or the parent, it will allow us to move again which is fine, but we still don't have the quit functionality. So works fine. John sausages. Quit might share the X. I can't remember. No. X, close. And then we can move again. Right, so now we need to do the quit functionality. So give that button some function. So um, we need to rearrange. We need to rearrange this. I've already worked with hiding it before rather than removing it. So instead of just removing the login widget, we will hide it. So when you see it disappear, when you see the login widget go and you close the computer and you go back to moving, technically the login widget's just hidden. It's not actually destroyed anymore. So we need another one, custom event. We'll call it computer log off. Just like we have login success closed and we have login failure closed, which are now couldn't be further apart. Doesn't rearrange it. We also need a different style for a different avenue for a different type of login, a different type of close, I guess you'd say. So we need, after we've hidden the login object, we click the quit button on the bottom left in the computer. We want it to go back to the login, so we want it to be visible, but we still want to remove the computer, just like if you, I guess technically in real life when you log off it kind of remembers what you've been doing, doesn't it? But we're going to treat this like, imagine you've pressed restart and you go back to the login screen and it hasn't returned everything. So it's going to be a restart log off style in modern computers, I guess you'd call it. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. It's because I wanted to make it pretty. Little uniform, I've ended up putting in the wrong bit. Okay, right. So now we have login. If you pass login, then the computer comes up, login success. You close, you you close it with like the X, then it. Sorry, died. Um, let's think. You close it on success. I want you to hide it because you've logged in and the login screen goes, but the login screen is hidden rather than removed. If you press quit, it will remove the computer and go back to the login screen. If you click close, it will remove that. Yeah, if you just straight up close it, it will remove. If you straight up close it, it will remove it. Well, if you press the red X in the computer widget, it will remove the computer. Sorry, I'm thinking while talking, but I'm thinking about something different. Login failure. That's if you press the X in the login screen. We need to piggyback off login failure. Okay, so that we close, let's say we close the computer. All right, in this situation, so we've logged in fine, we hide the login screen, but we close the computer. No, if we, my brains, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. We log off, then we close the computer and the login screen comes back. We close the computer with an X, then we just close it outright. And then, instead of doing that, we will just trigger this whole thing. So when we close it with an X, we remove it from that, and then we remove the login screen. Because remember, if we're quitting, we go back to the login screen. If we're just straight up closing, We just want to get rid of the login screen and the computer, everything. So this one is get rid of everything. So now we need to do computer log off. So on quit we log off. So on quit we do this, and it goes back to login. Play it. So we close it. Cool. That's right. That's a full removal. We do John. We do sausages. 3. We do quit. We go back to the computer screen. We press enter. We go close. No, just test these. Quit again. Yeah, back to the computer screen. Go like that. Close it. Good. It works. Let's try one more thing. John. Sausages. We go like that. We go quit. We put in the wrong thing. Press enter. Nothing. We close it. Good. Good. It's working as expected. So yeah, I need to reorder them. But that is it. We have a quit functionality. Well, I should call it log off, but I haven't got log off as a thing. I thought I did, but I don't have it written as log off. I need to create another button saying log off. So yeah, we've got quit functionality, and we've kind of done a temp fix, like a brute force, not a temp fix, but a brute force fix to get rid of the computer widgets not closing. And yeah, so we've got hide the login once you've successfully logged in. If you're just logging off, then remove the computer and show the login widget. If you're straight up just closing the computer, like you're closing the laptop lid and no, bad analogy. You've held the power off button for 4 seconds and it just is like a clean close. It will be this one. This one just clean closes the login screen. If you press the X and it'll leave the login screen, and then that should mean, because we, instead of just leaving it hidden, we don't have to worry about potentially having multiple login screens or multiple computer screens just like there, and then like this whole issue is because it's creating two of a computer screen when it absolutely should not be. So yeah, multiple's bad. That's it. Thank you for your time. I'd say this is pretty much done now. The only thing left for me is to go through and create different, like actually populate the text with something meaningful and do that for each one of the computers. So create a few new logins, as you know. Let's wrap it up properly. Do a few more logins for the different computers. I'll have a functionality to show like a locked sprite. I'll add in the functionality to allow you to lock a computer, like not even password lock, but like a, I guess it's not a sprite, it's a flipbook because it's flashing. A flipbook to say just locked terminal or something. Yeah. So new logins, new bits of information, actually populate it with something useful, and then go to the different levels and do the same for each computer and the lock functionality. Right, I'll see you in a bit.